Hey guys, what's going on? Jake here with Jake's Trains, and today we have a unboxing of a brand new product made by MTH. This is probably going to be their last engine that they are ever going to put out, mainly in HO scale, given that they just got bought out by Scale Trains and MTH as a whole is shutting down. I made a whole video on that. So this is going to be a bit of a touchy review, given what this engine is about. It is not a real engine. And I ordered this almost a year ago, maybe a little bit less than a year ago. I've had it on pre-order and it just got delivered this week. So let's go ahead and open it up and take a look at it. So here is why I say this is going to be an interesting review, very controversial. It is the Donald J. Trump number 2020 ES44AC, also known as a GEVO, diesel engine with Protosound 3 and flashing underbody charging lights. So let's go ahead and open it up. And as per usual with all MTH stuff, you get their MTH HO diesel engine booklet, assuming you're getting an ES44, and their DCC book that they throw on you to try and, get their proprietary system. Full chart, headlight, taillight, bell, horn, startup, shutdown. Pretty standard stuff for MTH. How to go into addressing and stuff like that. So, all right, let's go ahead and take this off, and here it is. And real quick, back side of the box just indicates it's got an ABS body, die-cast metal chassis. It does say authentic paint scheme. It was never a real engine. So, nice thing is it will run down onto an 18-inch radius curve. Personally, I don't recommend that. I've always said that puts extra wear and tear on your engine. All right, here's the other side. I'm sorry about all the hair and everything. It just sticks to me and sticks to this plastic. Let's go ahead and get it out of the plastic and take off the two screws that are on the bottom. You can see down there. I'm going to do all that off screen that I don't risk dropping it, and be right back. Okay, so now that you got it out of the packaging, this is pretty much what you're going to be looking at. The only thing that I've already done that is not going to be there when you take it out of the packaging is the snowplow. That's just a pretty simple, just like any other MTH. Lift up the air hoses, stick them in through the holes, and then push the snowplow into place. So in my opinion, they did a really good job on this. Everything is already pre-applied, so like all your grab irons and everything like that. Speaking of the grab irons, they are all metal, and typical, like even the railings here are very nice detail. The air hoses and everything also are applied. Lift rings are applied. So yeah. So I guess let's go ahead and start here in the front. So as you can see here, this has the low headlight. It does have ditch lights, which they are all LED. You have number boards here that are as well lit. Looking inside the cab, you do have two cab figurines in there. One kind of does look like a certain person with the red hat and blonde hair. You got your sand hatches up here. You got all your grab irons up there. I'm not quite sure what they were modeling this after. I know Union Pacific Their door is on this side and the ladder's on this side, which that's mainly what I model, so that's why I tend to know that. And then as you can see in the very bottom, in the center of the nose there, they do have a divot for a walkway light, but there's no actual walkway light in there. Let's see, you have numbers and everything above the air hoses. You got metal couplers. They've already put on some of the stickers and everything, and the badging and the plaques. I'm really sorry if this is shaky. You got a presidential seal here. You got 2020 Trump train there on the side. Kind of basic truck detail, nothing too fancy about it. I know looking at like the CSX ES44ACEs, they're way more detailed, but now they're actually modeling that after a real engine. Up to the top here, you got your antennas and everything up there, your air conditioning unit. Already comes with sunshades. You got your rear view mirror there. You got some venting here for your decoder, which is really nice. Windshield wiper here on the back window. Down on the fuel tank, you kind of got yourself your sight glass there and your fuel filler there. You got your red block over there for your emergency shutoff. Trump, Pence, Keep America Great 2020 there on the side, with Keep America Great again up there. You got your brake wheel there. The side venting is not see-through for the radiators and stuff like that. Again, pretty basic truck detailing in the rear. You do have see-through steps, and you actually have 6 of them. More really nice detailing here in the rear. 2020 number boards in the back, LED rear lighting, sand hatch. Again, they kind of got a divot there in the molded plastic for a rear walkway light, but there is no walkway light. You got your air hoses, another metal coupler, coupler cut levers, and then on both sides you have replacement knuckles. Some more stickers there in the back. And pretty much the same thing on this side. None of it's really see-through in the shell. Got your air tanks there on the side of the fuel tank. Another fuel sight glass, fuel filler, emergency shutoff. This is vented here. More venting for the decoder. And then back to the cab. Another presidential seal on this side. A couple more plaques and stickers, warning labels. Bearing caps and stuff do not move on this. So yeah, that just about does it for that. Let's go ahead and flip it over, because there is some things I wanted to point out. So you might be able to see it right there. So this unit, as stated, does come with charging lights. They are red on this unit, but you also have right there between the first and second wheel on both sides. Trying to find it. There it is. Truck lighting, or yeah, truck lighting. This unit does come with truck lighting. So I think that is a really nice detail that they put in heading out. So, all right, so let's go ahead and test out the coupler heights and see if they're up to par where they're supposed to be. Most likely they will be. All right, got my Candy coupler height gauge here. Get a little bit closer here. All right, not too bad. Now I technically have a different size coupler in here, but it's lining up really nice. And the coupler cut lever on the MTH unit is up high enough so that won't catch in the front. And again, it's not too bad. Also, it might be a little low, but it is a little difficult to tell because I do have a different coupler. So, all right, let's go ahead and test out the lighting, because I have to admit, I actually really like these charging lights. All right, so now we got on the layout. As you can hear, she's running. As per usual, F0 turns on your headlight. And fairly typical with MTH, when it says idle, the headlight is dim. Function 5 turns everything else on. That'll turn your number boards on, ditch lights on whenever you move. It also turns on the charging lights and the truck lighting. As you can see right here is that white light for the truck lighting. It is there on both sides, but it is not in the rear. Another thing to point out with the charging lights is they go out to in when it is sitting idle, but whenever you give a call to move, they go in to out. One other thing to point out whenever you give it a call to move, several other things will happen when you give it a call to move. The headlight brightens up, ditch lights turn on, and as you might have seen there, the truck lighting turns off, and then whenever you tell it to stop moving, it turns back on. Ditch lights turn off, headlights dim down. Charging lights reverse. So of course, everything is looking a little dim right now. We'll definitely test this all out with the lights off. So let's go ahead and flip this around and see how she looks from the rear. Okay, now we got her flipped around. Here's the headlight. That's the same thing here. Turns on dim, give it a call to move, brightens up. Stop, and it goes out. So you can run this with the charging lights and everything off. That's not a big deal. And then when in reverse, they also go from in to out. And then we call it to stop. Here's the other side. Truck lighting turns back on. The nice thing that I've noticed about this is when you give the command to shut off, charging lights immediately turn off, but the truck lighting stays on for a couple of seconds until everything fully shuts off. So you get to see it then. The only thing I wish with these units is that there was a way you could make the truck lighting stay on without the charging lights, because it's a really nice feature. So, all right, let's go ahead and turn out the lights now and see how everything looks at night. All right, so it's nighttime now on the layout, and as you can hear, she's right here in front of us idling. So let's go ahead and have the engineers turn on that headlight for us. So it is nothing really to shake a stick at until you give it a call to move. Then it gets really nice and bright. So now here's the really nice thing with this unit here at night. This is awesome. Everything just looks so neat as it runs by with the flashing red lights. As you can see now, you can really see that truck lighting there. So the number board's up there. Cab light kind of lights up, or the cab kind of lights up inside. Given the way how MTH does their lighting. Let's go ahead and have them pull forward a little bit so you can see those ditch lights. There's those ditch lights. Let's go to run by. Let's go ahead and check out the rear. Alright, checking out the back side of it. There's the rear light. Brightens up whenever you get a call to move. And then dims down. I'm not moving. Like I said, truck lighting turns back on. Alright, now that we're back here at the front, we're going to have them go and pick up their load. Just have them do a quick run by with the ditch lights on. Real quick so you can see how bright they are. And they do flash. Alright. Go ahead and see them over there with their load. Alright guys, well now that we got them hooked up to the cars, they just wanted me to let you know that just like everything else from the factory, they come standard. Address is number 3. Personally, I've already changed mine to 2020. That way I can always know what it is. So basically, just like typical MTH, you have to hit function 3 for your startup and shutdown. If you don't hit F3 for your startup, you won't have any lighting and you won't have any sounds. You will have movement. So let's go ahead and hit F3. So this unit is fairly loud. So I like to actually hit function 6 to turn it down just a little bit. That way you guys can hear me. So function 0 turns on your headlight. Function 1 is your bell. F2 is your regular horn. F3 is your shutdown. F4 is your PFA. Now, personally, I will not be hitting PFA because we will be sitting here for the next 15 nights listening to these guys talk. Very talkative engineers and conductors. F5 is all of your lighting. So once again, that is your ditch lights, number boards, charging lights, and truck lighting. F6 is your master volume. So by hitting it, it'll go all the way down to 0. And by hitting it again, it'll come back up to max. F7 and F8 are your coupler noises. F9 is forward signal. F10 is reverse signal. F11 is grade crossing. F12 is clickety-clack. F13, 14, 15, and 16 are your idle sequences. F17 and 18 are extended startup and shutdown. F19 and F20 is your rev up and rev down. F21 is your one-shot Doppler. F22 is coupler slack. F23 is your coupler close. F24 is single horn blast. Bring it back here real quick. F25 kills the engine noises. So that's a nice feature because it just kills the engine sound 100%, but still allows all the lighting to work. Allows the horn and bell and everything else to work as well. F26 are your brake sounds. F27 is cab chatter. And F28 is feature reset. So, all right, let's go ahead and, without any cars attached, check out its speed steps 1 through 5. Speed step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and now your speed steps in reverse. Speed step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, as you can see there, it does have some really nice smooth movement. MTH likes to use that scale speed, so like 1 speed step equals a 1 scale speed mile an hour. So if you're doing 5 speed steps, you're doing 5 scale miles per hour. That's if you are in the 128 speed steps. So, all right, so let's go ahead and do a quick run by here with this 19 car consist. It's fairly long consist, but I have a really good feeling that this engine can do it. As you can see here, no helper engines. Should just about be the end of it. Pulling it like it's got nothing else to do. Alright guys, well that should just be about it for this video. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button. If this is your first time coming across my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I've got plenty of other things coming down the line here very soon. And if you have any other questions or comments, go ahead and put them down there in the comment section. Just please keep it political free. So have yourselves a great night.